Salutations, crustaceans! I'm Lobster, and this is a revisit of the MTD Kingston Super 5. I originally reviewed this bass some years ago, and we looked at both the stock model as well as the model that's upgraded in-house by MTD and features USA Electronics and Hipshot hardware. For this video though, MTD was kind enough to send me a MTD Kingston 5 in the new blue finish for another review and to, I guess, revisit the instrument. Actually, I requested this, so I really enjoyed my first go with the MTD Super 5, and I thought that it was a fantastic and flexible instrument. Now let's talk about the specs of the MTD Kingston Super 5. So what we have here is an ash body, and it is in the typical MTD shape. And this is featured in a gorgeous metallic blue here, one of several finishes. In my opinion, I wish they did a few more fun colors, but this is a pretty neat color. And I think it looks really good, especially once you take off the little plastic truss rod, black plastic truss rod cover here. I think that it fits the instrument quite a bit better. For electronics, we have two Music Man style humbuckers here. These are two Alnico humbuckers, and they are each attached to their own independent 3-way toggle switch to allow us to switch between single coil mode, parallel, and series. We also have a 3-band non-bypassable preamp, and yeah, that's basically it. We have a master volume control, a blend control, our 3-band preamp, and our pickup controls. Overall, a very flexible instrument. Now, I've already done a video on all those different tones, so I'll just go over my favorites a little bit later once we start playing. For the bridge, we have I don't know what brand this is, but this is the typical in-house MTD bridge. It features quick release access, but no string through body, so this is just string through bridge only. However, the quick release access is something that is very appreciated, especially if you're someone who's playing a lot and needs to swap strings if you're playing like with round wounds and want some fresh zingy strings. We also have 19mm spacing here at the bridge, which is a nice touch for people who like a nice wide string spacing. Moving on to the neck here, we have a 35-inch scale, 24 fret, maple neck with a maple fingerboard. This is a bolt-on instrument, and we have our truss rod adjustment down here at the heel of the neck. Normally there's a little plastic cover, a black plastic cover that covers the truss rod cavity. However, in my opinion, it doesn't look that great when it's on this finish or the pink finish. With the black or the sunburst, that's a darker sunburst, and honestly you don't really notice it that much. But when you have this light blue finish here, the black plastic triangle really stands out, and I took it off just for this video, and because I had to adjust the neck. But that's what we have here. This neck features a buzz feet and tuning system, as well as a 0 fret. We also have a compound radius on this fingerboard, going from a 10-inch to a 14-inch, getting gradually flatter. One thing that we don't have here is fret markers on the front of the fingerboard. We do have little markers, little black markers on the side, but we don't have any larger markers on the front. For the nut width, we have a nearly 46mm nut width. This is a nice, not too chunky, but very comfortable neck profile. Very similar to that of what you get in a US MTD. However, this is it's a one-piece maple neck? I think this might be a one-piece maple. Not bad. Very cool, very cool. And one other thing that MTDs are known for is including hipshot tuners on their models. So we have hipshot ultralight tuners up here at the headstock, and there's 5 of them in a 4x1 configuration. We also have a nice color matched headstock, and this headstock is also angled back a bit, so we don't need a string retainer. Around back, we can see that we have a decent sized control cavity as well as a separate battery compartment. However, unfortunately, we don't have a battery door. Instead, we have a little screwed down plastic cover. And I believe this is an 18-volt preamp, so there's 2 batteries inside of here. We can also see this offset screw pattern here with this bolt-on neck attachment. And how much does our MTD Kingston Super 5 weigh? This particular example comes in at 9.5 pounds, almost 10 pounds. Honestly, it is, I would say, average in regards to weight, given that it is an ash-bodied instrument, rather small body. But given that it is such a small body, it does balance very well, and we do have these ultralight tuners here at the headstock stock. So we don't have to, upgrade any tuners. These are hip shots from the factory. And how much does our MTD Kingston Super 5 cost? With the way things are going right now in the instrument market, with tariffs and whatnot, prices have been all over the place for many manufacturers, and these right now come in at around $1,300 for the 5-string. And that particular price category is very spicy right now, especially since Gibson decided to re-release the Tobias basses, the classic Tobias basses. And those are at a very compelling price point as well, very similar to this. So I feel like, Gibson is kind of punching for the throat there a little bit when it comes to what they're offering. We're going to do a separate video on my Tobias by Gibson Super B, Killer B, the bolt-on one, the 5-string with the 2 pickups. But yes, this is priced very similarly to those basses as well as like a Sire M7. So there's a good amount of competition in that price category. Let's go ahead and play our MTD Kingston Super 5 and see if it delivers. is our MTD Kingston Super 5. And you heard both pickups in series. That is the hottest of the configurations. We also had a little bit of a bass boost and a little bit of a mid boost. I forgot what the mid frequency is. Let's go ahead and center our preamp, and let's bring our pickups over to parallel, which is a lower output sound, but has a bit more detail in the highs. So here's what that sounds like, this time with the preamp centered. This is a fun bass to play. The neck is very comfortable, and if you enjoy like a wide neck and wide string spacing, this is definitely a bass you should consider, as a lot of the other basses in this particular price point don't have the 19mm spacing. So let's go ahead and, what should we do? I don't know. Let's take a look at our neck pickup here. It's in parallel right now. We'll go through the 3 configurations and move on from there. Neck pickup, parallel. And let's go ahead and move over to single coil. So with single coil mode, you are selecting the outside coils of each pickup. We're on the neck pickup right now, so that is the farthest neckwards that we can go. And let's move over to series. So series is the highest output of the 3 options, but you lose a little bit of that crisp definition on the top. Here's what that sounds like with our neck pickup. Oh yeah, what a great sounding neck pickup. I think that the neck pickup in series is probably my favorite tone of all the tones that we have here. But now let's move over to our bridge pickup with our blend control. Let's listen to our bridge pickup in parallel. And next up, here's single coil on the bridge pickup. You know, I think let's boost the bass and let's boost the mids of this particular tone and see what we get. And finally, let's center our preamp. Center, center, center. And here is series mode on the bridge pickup. And let's go ahead and center our blend control, and let's put our pickups into single coil mode. So again, we have the outside coil selected, and this is very similar to like a 60s jazz bass spacing. Almost. It's not exact by any means, but you can almost get like a jazz bass vibe out of this. Here's what that sounds like. Preamp centered, yeah. Yeah, so that was single coil mode, slapped for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but I did, and I'm sticking to it. And here is series mode. Everything centered on the preamp, both pickups together. And now with both pickups in series, let's slap this some more because it's fun. And for fun again, let's move over to our neck pickup. So I just want to slap this. This is my favorite tone of all the bunch. If we could just have this one neck pickup here, not even have the bridge pickup, I still think that this would be a fabulous bass. And I think that this pickup in series is just the bee's knees. So let's check it out. So yeah, that is our MTD Kingston Super 5. Honestly, this is just a fun instrument to play. So now here are my final thoughts on our MTD Kingston Super 5. I think that this is a very nice instrument for the price, though the competition at the particular $1,300 price point is a bit tough right now, given that there are so many really high quality instruments out there alongside this, which is also a high quality instrument. Competition is tough, but I think that MTD did a great job of building a player-focused instrument that has a lot of features that a player who gigs around and wants something that's like flexible and easy to maintain. We have our truss rod adjustment at the heel of the neck. We have quick access to the bridge, 19mm spacing at the bridge, all the flexibility with these pickup options, and you have some upgrades in-house from MTD that are available with Bartolini pickups as well as a Bartolini preamp. If I were to nitpick, I would say that adding like a passive tone control to the preamp would be a nice touch. I know that's available in the upgraded preamp, and I know we see that in like the Lynn Keller bass. However, I'd like to see that on this bass, and I think that would be able to tame that sparkly high end if you want to. However, this definitely delivers a Stingray-like sizzle, as well as a ton of other different tonal options. So a very flexible instrument, a fun instrument to play, and I think that MTD has really delivered here. But that will do it on my video of the MTD Kingston Super 5. Let me know what you think about this bass down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and until we groove again.